How's it going? Today is Monday. It's a fresh start. I hope you had a great time at the office. Alright, without further ado, let's dive into today's topic. First, dental clinic episode. And second, I shouldn't overthink anything. Just try it without overthinking too much. And third, this is final. How difficult teaching is. Alright, these topics are what I try to convey today. Alright, first, dental clinic. Reflecting on yesterday's things, I should keep the borderline carefully between friendship and work. Let me describe it. Yesterday, my wife's tooth broke off suddenly while she was having onigiri. It's a rice ball. I was really worried about it, and I just wanted to do something while I can. That's why I ended up calling my friend who is dental doctor. In Japan, it's not common and it's not a preferable thing. I mean, we are friends and our relationship is just a friend from car guy. We met on X while talking the car topics and we find we are really compatible each other. So that's why we've decided to meet together. That was the once we met personally for hanging out. Then I feel like it's a really light relationship. But for me, he is a valuable friend. I really want to treasure him. But yesterday, as I mentioned, I called him to that my wife's tooth broke off. So my wife would visit your dental clinic to have a medical treatment without reservation because it's a emergency topics. But I should have called using official phone number of dental clinic. As for my personal relationship, we are friends. But as for work, we can't take any special rewarding or special treatment since we were just a friend. In Japan, every time we have to think almost everything equally. Special rewarding is not a thing we require. But fortunately, I think he wasn't upset with me. I don't know from the does he truly think about me and what I the fact I called to him using DM. But uh, as for surface and what he texted me, he wasn't mad with me. That makes me reassured. But I swear I will not do the same thing. We are friends. I'd like to value this relationship. So if I have any emergency issue about dental, next time I will definitely put up with calling and texting. I will just wait for the time the clinic open, then I will call using official phone number. And let's speaking of which, let's move on the my wife's tooth. Fortunately, her tooth was not so bad. Yeah, in fact, it was not so good, but as far the doctor's opinion, not so serious thing. So at first, just polish her teeth and then try to fill the hole which is created by breaking off the teeth. Then after that, try to add and glue the piece creating resin. Then that will be fine. Almost everything going to be fine. So I'm so reassured. And also, I heard from my wife his treatment was really nice, and his wife and he were talk, talking to her really kindly and warmly. I'm really appreciate it. And also, at the moment she entered the clinic, they just welcomed her and try to make her relaxed. There is no word for me to convey my appreciation to my friend. All right, let's move on to the next topic. Not overthink and don't hesitate to anything. Guess what? You know what? Recently, I consumed the time unuseless, uselessly before starting English learning. Today, the same thing happened. I tried to take English lesson, but my favorite teacher was absent. So I hesitated to take the lesson conducted by new tutor. So these things is totally pointless for learning English. And also, before recording this video, I retake, re-record 3 times. It's just because I made an awkward silence, and also my English, how can I say? Sorry, my tick, my tongue was twisting, and I couldn't say the first greeting, and I couldn't move to the next topic smoothly. Then I just stopped it. Overthinking is not acceptable, and I think it's just useless and not spot on. The thing is just know what I can do currently, what is lacking for my English, and also try to feel this downside to be a fluent. This is matter. This matters. All right. Final topic. How difficult teaching is. this is kind of my assignment for me to next level. Let me describe it. Today is before a day for midterm presentation for internship program. Tomorrow's afternoon, the midterm presentation will be happening. And today, we listened her rehearsal. And then I should have said a lot of suggestion, whatever I noticed. But my English is not so good enough to convey my opinion precisely. That stifled my sti- my impulse to move forward. Reflecting on that, I really regret that I can't do it. I couldn't do it. If I didn't stifle my motivation and I made a mistake, I I wouldn't regret about it because I challenged myself. But if I couldn't have challenged myself, probably that would have depressed myself truly. As for this experience, I found challenging something matters over failure. And alright, this is my reflection. And also, I'd like to describe how why I thought how difficult teaching is. Um, as for my opinion, we have to adjust their level to teach something. We don't have to no. We shouldn't want the student is going to be perfect. What matters is we just suggest the next step which is approachable but it requires some effort adjusting their level. This is the important. For example, my English is currently moving on from B2 level to C1. In that case, if I try to say and speak C2 level English at every time, it's useless because this means this automatically means that skipping the one step which is C1 level. Currently, as for my opinion, what I should do is just try to use C1 expression, C1 vocabulary, and avoiding the mistakes which is not acceptable for C1 level. But my requirement is just 50%. 100% requirement for C1 level is pointless and useless. Mistakes are always welcome. It's a part of learning journey. So the most important thing is just try it and don't try to be perfect. Just try to overcome 60% or 70%. That's totally fine. Alright, thank you for listening today as well. Bye.